Fortunately, I changed the wrong thing and
Oh, dear.
I shut my computer down. Well, I only had one,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to call in someone, and it was in the middle of tax season,
Oh,
and
my
so I
goodness.
missed about 3 days of work before he could fix it,
Mm.
and I had no backup.
Wow.
So I hadn't planned for that, and that hurt going all the way through. And actually, I lost data because I did not back
Right,
anything
right,
up.
right, right. Wow.
I had a lot of lessons when I first started
Well,
business.
thank goodness you're telling us to avoid those. Oh, my.
But business is fun. If
Yeah.
you're going to go into your own business, you need to also draw some fun out of it.
Yeah.
It should.
You're going to spend a lot of time there.
Yeah, it's another family, whether it's just you or whether you have a staff or anything else. That business is there, and you have to give it the amount of time needed. If you don't, it will not grow. If you don't pay attention to it, then it cannot provide you with the living, the satisfaction that you wanted from it.
You know, I want to touch a little bit more on that time issue because a lot of times, if you work for somebody, you're there 9 to 5. You know, I know somebody who leaves at 5 o'clock and 30 seconds.
Right.
Okay? So when you own your business, you've got to be there 24/7. If something breaks down, guess what? You have to be there to take care of it. So
That's
people don't factor that in at all.
No,
They don't realize it's a 24/7 thing, at least for the first few years.
that's correct. You do need to bring in some balance, but for the first year, it is 12 hours. If you're thinking you can go home at 5,
Forget it.
now that's not going to work.
Yeah.
You need to be able to have time to grow, to have time to plan, to be able to make that business give you back whatever it is that you want to get out of it. And, you know, kind of, let's say, recap what we need to do. You need to be able to know what kind of business you want. That's the first thing. Sit down. I want to do this kind of business. What kind of service or product do I want to provide? And those two things seem kind of simple, but there's a lot of thought to go into that. Those things will trip you up more than anything. Am I prepared to spend, or do I have the money, the resources to actually go into business? If you're already in foreclosure, you can't. You
Wow.
gotta get that going. What is my target market? Who am I going to sell this product to, or market these services to? You need to know that. Who's my competition? That is probably as important as anything, only because that competition can help you or hurt you if you don't know who they are.
Right, right, right.
What's unique about your business? The idea that you have, is it a better mousetrap or is it just another mousetrap? And it's going to be one of the also rans.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a client come in and he had a new idea for flavored soda. And it was good. However, he didn't know how to market it. He didn't want to listen to that. And it went out there without him. He lost out on everything.
Wow.
How soon before that service or product is ready? One of the reasons why he lost out, he wasn't ready to go to market. And in the thing of soda or food, the market is running very fast.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready to go, do not try to get into it. If you're thinking about starting up a restaurant, you have to figure out what type of restaurant. Restaurants open up all the time.
All the time and close
but
too.
They close all the time. There's a reason why. People eat. But you have to make sure that they want to eat what you have to offer.
Exactly.
Now, I guess getting back again, how much money do you need? And also, can you finance it? And a little bit later, we may talk about in the next segment where to try to find some financing. But right now, you need to know. You need to do yourself a budget and say, this is what I need, either payroll if you're going to have employees, or payroll if you're going to have yourself.
Because you do have to pay yourself.
That's
yeah,
right.
That's people forget that too.
Oh, all the time, all the time. You need to be able to budget for your product. If you were thinking about something that's, let's say, depends on transportation, depends on something being made, oil has gone up.
Yeah.
Just gasoline in the last 90 has gone up 90 cents in the last 65 days.
It's like 410 in some places.
That's right. So now, because of that, that's going to make anything that's moved by truck or by plane or anything more expensive. Food is going to get more expensive.
Yeah.
So if you had planned on something that relied on some form of transportation to be, let's say, $1 a unit, it may now be $1.25. Will you be able to make a profit? Can you build that into your profit? So that's something that you need to think about.
Now, if that something like that happens and you find that you budgeted for $1, but it's now $1.50, you have to figure out, can you sustain that?
That's right.
And what?
Well, you kind of go back to the first one. Do I have the finances and the resources necessary to do this? Is this the kind of business I want to be in? Is there still a target market? Who now is that market?
Right.
Remember the trucks a couple years ago. The bottom fell out when gas hit $4.50, and nobody bought those big trucks. That's the same thing.
A part of their business is that you have to build in reevaluation time.
That's correct.
Reassessment time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have about a minute left, and so can you just kind of wrap up this section? Give us your contact information, then we can close this one out.
Again, you can reach me at sykesaccounting.com. That's my website. That's where I would like everyone to go to so they get an overview of what we do. We specialize in small businesses, helping them to grow, to develop, to coach. You can reach me by phone at 562-864-2341. Again, that's sykesaccounting.com.
And we're going to come back with a second segment on starting your business, so look for that as well. I'm C. Deborah Thomas. Thank you for watching. We strive to make people literate about every aspect of their life, and taxes and growing businesses is just another area that we are focused on right now. Thank you.